Before God releases something great, He often allows a shaking in your life. This shaking comes as sudden changes, disappointments, or the removal of people and things you once depended on. You may lose friendships you thought would last forever. Opportunities you were counting on suddenly close. Doors you prayed for may not open. But here's the truth. God removes what cannot carry you into your next season. John 15 verse 2 tells us, "Every branch that does bear fruit He prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful." Pruning is painful, but it's purposeful. Think of Joseph. Before he was lifted to the palace, he lost his position, his family support, and even his freedom. The shaking didn't destroy him. It positioned him. So, if your life feels like it's being shaken right now, don't despair. It's a sign God is clearing space for a bigger blessing. 2. Intense spiritual warfare. Another clear sign is increased spiritual battles. The closer you get to breakthrough, the more the enemy fights to stop it. Suddenly, you may feel heavy spiritually. Temptations increase. You face discouragement, unexpected delays, or even health and financial struggles that come out of nowhere. Even Jesus faced this. Before stepping into His public ministry, He went through 40 days in a wilderness battling temptation. Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11. Why? Because the enemy can often sense when God is about to do something powerful in your life. He knows he cannot stop God's plan, but he wants to weaken you so you'll give up before your breakthrough arrives. So, when warfare intensifies, don't see it as a sign that God has left you. See it as confirmation that you are close to something great. Your struggle is often the loudest right before your blessing breaks forth. 3 strange instructions from God. The third sign is that God begins to give you unusual or uncomfortable instructions. He may tell you to step out in faith in a way that doesn't make sense to you or to those around you. Noah was told to build an ark when the world had never seen rain. Abraham was told to leave his father's house without knowing his destination. The widow in Zarephath was told to give her last meal to Elijah, and in return, God sustained her family through famine. When God is about to do something big, He often tests our obedience with strange instructions. These instructions don't always align with human logic, but they align with divine purpose. If you're hearing God nudging you to move, to sow, to forgive, to step into something new, don't ignore it. That instruction may be the very doorway into your blessing. 4. Inner restlessness and stirring. Another sign is an inner restlessness. You may feel dissatisfied even when life looks okay on the outside. You may sense that where you are is not where you're meant to remain. This restlessness is not confusion. It's God stirring your spirit for the next level. Philippians 2 verse 13 says, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose." That inner pull you feel, that sense that there's more to your life than what you're currently experiencing, is God's way of shifting you. Think about Moses. He grew restless, seeing the suffering of his people in Egypt. That stirring eventually led him into his calling as a deliverer. In the same way, when God is about to enlarge your life, He unsettles you where you are so you'll be ready to move when He opens the next door. 5. Unusual favor and open doors. Finally, one of the clearest signs is unusual favor. Suddenly, doors open that you didn't even knock on. People begin to recommend you. Resources flow in at the right time, and opportunities align in ways you could never have arranged yourself. Esther experienced this kind of favor. When it was her time, the king extended his scepter to her, and that act of favor saved an entire nation. When God is about to give you something big, He not only prepares you, He prepares others to receive and support you. So, when you see unexpected doors opening, when people begin to bless you without explanation, and when opportunities start aligning supernaturally, recognize that it is not coincidence. It is God's hand at work, ushering you into the season of greatness He promised. So, let's recap. The shaking, the warfare, the strange instructions, the inner restlessness, and the unusual favor. These are the 5 major signs that God is preparing you for something big. Don't fight the process. Don't give up in the middle. Instead, trust that every moment is part of His perfect plan to bring you into your breakthrough. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to reflect. Which of these signs are you experiencing right now? And remember, the bigger the struggle, the bigger the blessing waiting on the other side. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more spirit